Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karim and I'm a second year dental student studying here in Ukraine, Kiev. In this video I'm going to talk about apartments in Kiev. I'm going to show you how they look, tell you how much they cost, and just what to expect when you want to rent an apartment here in Kiev. But here's the thing, most of the time when you search an apartment tour, whether it be in Kiev or in a different country, you'll find that the YouTuber usually makes a tour of his own apartment and that's it. And that is really nice and helpful and probably a lot of people will like it, but I believe that doesn't do it justice. I think that one apartment cannot represent all apartments in Kiev, for example, especially my apartment. So in order to play it fair and do it justice, I thought of making 3 apartments tour. My apartment is personally 2 rooms and I'm gonna ask one of my friends to show you his apartment. I'm gonna go there and he have a studio apartment, and then there's 3 of my friends, they live together in a 3-room apartment, so I'm gonna show you that as well. And I hope that will be a little bit more fair and show you more diverse options of apartment here in Kiev. But before I do that, I thought of letting you know some basic brief information that you need to expect and have in mind before you want to rent. So the first thing that you need to know is that finding an apartment here is not quite easy. It's a little bit of pain, and the reason because of that is that most of the time apartments near the university are a little bit expensive, and it's really hard to find a renovated, like newly renovated apartment here in Kiev. Most of the time they're still old and not renovated, so that's also hard to find a renovated new apartment and near the university and with a good price. So you need to be patient. The second thing that you need to know is the prices for apartments here in Kiev, and you should know that a studio apartment should be the most expensive one, and then as you have more rooms and share it with your friends, then you will be paying less. So a studio apartment would cost between $250 to $350, and I believe a studio apartment here in Kiev, like 1-room apartment, should cost around $300, and it can go up or down depending on whether it's near the university or far away, and whether it's a newly renovated apartment or an old one. Now, a 2-rooms apartment should cost around $500, maybe $450, and it can go up and down depending on also if you're close, far, new or old. And a 3-room apartment should cost around $800, $750, maybe $700. Also, the prices fluctuate. The third thing that you need to know is that when you want to get an apartment here in Ukraine, you will need to go throughout an agent or a broker. It is extremely hard to find apartments without being with a broker. You can definitely do that, but it's very hard. I don't have any friends that have done that, because usually when there's an apartment for renting, like it's on the market, you don't have access to the market, and you just have access to brokers or agencies that have access to the market, and they can tell you which apartments are for rent, and from there you can see your options. And of course you need to pay these brokers, and they will take 50% of the price of the apartment that you will end up renting. So for example, you rented an apartment for $500, you need to pay the broker $250. You pay them once and that's it. And when you finally decide to rent an apartment and you're working on the documents with the owner, you need to know that you will pay him 2 months, the first one and the last one. And the reason behind that is that, well, the first one is because you will stay in the apartment, and the last one is like an insurance. The owner will keep the money with him, and when you decide to leave the apartment and tell the owner that you're leaving the apartment, he will come and check the apartment. If there's any problems and there's any damage, then he will take cost of the damage, and if there isn't any problems and everything is perfect, then he should give you back the money. Now let's talk about utilities and how much you will pay for electricity, water, and these stuff in Ukraine. Now let me tell you, they are quite cheap. Most of the time, if you have to pay for water, electricity, gas, and everything, you need to expect to pay around $10, I think. That's it. Just $10 for 1 month, for 1 room, and that definitely depends on how much you spend water. There's counters that can count how much you're spending water, electricity, and all these kind of stuff. I pay, for example, for a fast unlimited Wi-Fi in the apartment around $5. Now I don't know if the price is the same in your country or even less, but to me it's a huge difference, because back in my country I used to pay $50 for Wi-Fi connection, and it used to be awful. Like let me tell you, I wouldn't have had this channel if I was back in my country. I cannot even watch YouTube videos at 360p. I can only watch them at 140 and they will be loading. So yeah, but the only thing that is expensive here that you need to expect to pay in the apartment is heaters. Now heaters are the most expensive thing in terms of utilities in the apartment, and you need to expect to pay around $40 to $50 for one room. And I think this is the only expensive thing that you need to pay. Now, it's probably not extremely expensive, especially if in your country you pay more, but compared to how much you pay for electricity and water, then it is quite expensive. And you do need it, because if you don't have any heaters in your apartment, then you're most likely to freeze to death, because it goes way below zero in here. And I think that's it. Is there anything more? I don't think I forgot anything. These are the most important things, and if you have any more questions, then feel free to comment them down below. I will cover them in other videos if I find that there's a lot of questions that I have not covered. And with that being said, let's start the tour. Okay, so this is where the apartment starts. Behind me, this is the door of the apartment. This is the room for my roommate, and there are the other rooms. I will be behind the camera right now to show you around. The voice will not be as good, but you need to bear with me. So like I said, this is the door where everything starts. And then, just like that, you can go to the room of my roommate. So as you can see, there's no any fancy things in the rooms. There's just the bed, the table, and then a shelf for your stuff. And that's pretty much it. This is just what to expect in all the rooms and apartments that I will show you. Most of them are just basic and what you will find in a standard student room. Okay, now as we finished from this room, we'll start going to the other rooms. And once you go out from this room, you will find this closet. This is a big mirror, and then over here is our clothes and a small walk-in closet. This is my side, and this is my roommate's side. Okay, so now we're done from this closet, and you will go over here. Oh wait, this is a chair that we sit on to wear our shoes. And then over here there's the hallway. We keep walking, and then on your left you find the bathroom. And what's funny about Ukraine is that most of the times you will find, wait, let me show you. Most of the times you will find bathrooms that are separated like this. You'll find this over here. This is where you do your stuff, and then here is where you can wash, and where you'll have a mirror and a bathtub and a washer for your clothes, and you'll hang your clothes over here, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now goodbye. As you keep walking, you'll find this is the kitchen. We'll get right back, and then this is my room, and this is where I do the videos. So this is it. I have a couch. This couch can then move and transform into a bed, and this bed also used to be a couch, and I transformed it into a bed. This is my table where I do all my studying. This is my studying setup. I have my iPad over here, my laptop, and then the Logitech keyboard. And this is the tripod, the TV, and just basic stuff. I put my stuff here. And this is the guitar when I want to sing and do some music. And my camera bag, my laptop bag, and just over here is my perfumes and all these other things. Okay, so I think that should be it for my room, and then I will go over here. The next room is the kitchen, and it is the smallest room in our apartment. As you can see, there's a spoon that is not clean right now, and this is the wastebasket, the gas, a table that can be changed into a bigger one, and water, the fridge, and then this is where we keep the dishes that we cleaned, and just really other stuff that you need for eating and for food, and the microwave. These two make really good tea, and that's pretty much it. And I think that should be it. This is everything that I have in my apartment. This is everything that you need to know. We don't really have anything fancy, like I said. We're just two students that want to live in a safe house near the university, study, and just spend our time. Now we pay for this apartment 13,000 grivnas, which I will write how much in dollars over here. And the reason why we pay this price is because it's 10 minutes away from the university, and this apartment is one of the newly renovated apartments. It's not super new, but it's not old at the same time. There's much older apartments here in Kiev, and this is one of the new ones. And yeah, now we should go to the second apartment.